whenever you find yourself needing to make a decision, a very important one especially, um, you may be inclined to think that you need some circumstance to be fulfilled. So, for example, if you want to walk up to a girl and ask her out, then you need the situation to be perfect. You need to find the right moment, right? But then the thing is, in reality, the only thing that you need to walk up to her is for her to not be around her friends, because like it's going to be difficult talking to a woman trying to get her number when her friends are around. Like other than that, like there's pretty much like not a bad situation to walk up to her. Maybe if it's like some alley a lot and like it's only you and her at night and it's in some like shady place, then yeah, right. But if it's at school, then like there is no reason for you there's no reason for you to not be walking up to her. And you may think that, oh, I need a moment to be perfect, or you want to buy some course, but you're like, oh no, but I have uh, a trip tomorrow. It's going to last a few days, and I also have this school exam coming up. But in reality, like it's all bullshit because you could do both. Because you see, people don't understand how productive they can be. Like you may not truly grasp it, but you can do a lot of stuff in 1 hour. Like honestly, you can change your life around in 1 hour. And it may sound vague, but in 1 hour you could just walk 2 kilometers, buy a gym membership, do a quick 15-minute workout, and then go and then walk back those 2 kilometers. Like that's going to be an hour, but you went to the gym for the first time maybe, and that's going to change your whole life's trajectory. And this is just an example. You can really do a lot in a shorter amount of time than you may think. You may think that like something takes a whole day, but in reality it doesn't. It really only takes 2 hours or 3 hours. And the reason that we think that is, well, because we're lazy, quite frankly. Like that's why we think that, right? And because we're lazy, we are looking for a plausible excuse. And you see, when we're looking for a plausible excuse, then we're going to attribute our inability of doing something to some external circumstance, because this takes the blame of us. So if you want to do something, but you think that there is some external circumstance that's out of your control that is preventing you from doing that, then quit lying to yourself, quite frankly, and do the fucking thing. Like, I'm fucking pissed off because this is me. This has been me for a very long time, and like for the past like half a year, I've been procrastinating on decisions, and it's only been recently, like since the start of this year, that I've started making those very uncomfortable decisions. That I've started actually approaching women, and like it's like since the past few months, I've only been approaching women, actually asking if they want to go out for coffee because, well, I think they're pretty hot and I want to be with them, right? I like, I will like buy courses. Like I've actually started buying courses. I've been procrastinating for the past 4 months because I realized that the only reason that I haven't made that decision is because I'm lying to myself. And this really goes back to just being honest with yourself, because I believe that you should be honest in all areas of life. There's basically only uh, very specific moments in which you can lie, but those moments happen maybe 3 times a year. Like that's how rare they are. Like in 99.999% of percent of fucking your life, you should be honest, because even though it's uncomfortable, even though it hurts in the moment, long term, you're going to be glad that you made that decision and not some other one. For me, like, I would rather just be honest with myself and not do some and not, for example, not choose the business model that I don't want to do. Like, this is why I'm doing YouTube, because I want to. It may not make the most money, or it may not make the money as fast as other businesses, but this is what I want to do. I don't want to do some SMMA stuff. I had a phase in which I wanted to do that, but now I realize that it's not really purposeful, you know? And like, it's not the only aspect in which you should, not can, should and must and have to be honest with yourself. Like, whenever I don't like something that someone did, like, I'm not going to keep this to myself, because a lot of people do this thing where it's like someone does something that they don't like, and instead of, you know, saying it to them, they like take a note in their brain, and next time they're just not going to trust that person. But in reality, what you should do is that you should say that, oh yeah, like, what was that about? Like, why would you do that? Like, you don't have to be this blunt. I can, because that's the type of people I hang around with. Like, I hang around, uh, I am friends with people who are just as honest as me. I hang around with people who will see that something is up, and they will ask you about it, and they will tell you what's on their mind, whether it hurts you or not. Like, they don't care about what hurts me, they care about what's better for me, even though it may hurt me. And there is a lot of things that are good for you but will hurt you and will make you experience discomfort, and you'd actually be surprised by the amount of them. So, for example, during one of our school breaks, it was before our PE class, uh, we went into the sports hall, and we just played some volleyball, right? And then three other guys came, and they started playing volleyball as well. And the thing is, like, they played in like a separate circle or a triangle. They were, of course, they weren't as good as us. So the ball fell on the floor many times, so it made a lot of noise. And it's like one time when they just fucking threw the ball into the wall, I said to them, like, in quite a pissed off voice, like, even though I'm not really friends with them, I said to them, like, yo, be more quiet, please, because the teacher is going to hear it and we're going to be busted, right? And then a minute later, what he does is he takes the ball, two-handed slams it to the floor, and immediately the teacher comes and punishes us. And then I said to the guy, like, why did you do that? Like, I was actually pissed off at him, and I communicated it to him. And the thing is, that guy who did that, like, he's known for being a bit aggressive, and he's known for being very, uh, very talk back-ish. He's known for not really taking other people's shit, even if it's justified. So I said it to him, and he actually, like, he knows that I used to train martial arts. He trains them too, but he knows that I'm better. Of course, me being as humble as always. Uh, and he said, "Oh yeah, like, okay, right." By the way, I never saw him in the gym hall again. So that's that. So you see, there is really power in being honest, especially if you look intimidating. Because being like, of course, being tall does its thing, but also like being confident, being actually physically imposing, and people knowing like what you entail, people knowing what uh, what trouble you can bring, actually helps you a lot, you know, because uh, like, a lot of people, like, basically all of my friends know I used to train martial arts, and I'm pretty good at fighting. So they're not really that comfortable with really just making me pissed off for no reason. And the thing is, like, me with my friends, like, of course we insult each other all the time, as a joke too, right? But they're not going to be really comfortable with just doing something they know I don't like and not really being apologetic about it. Because a lot of people will do this, especially if you're like physically and mentally weak. What people will do is that they will just know that you don't like something, do it anyway, and then just shove it in your face. Just be like, hey, see, I did this thing that you don't like. What are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything. And when you're strong, when you're confident, when you know your worth, people will just subconsciously not do that. It's weird, right? So, yeah, don't be lazy, become confident, be honest, and don't let external circumstance prevent you from reaching your potential. Sleep well, do better, and see you.